I sold your car. Marcel didn't even look up from his phone as he tossed a crumpled receipt at my chest. My cards had already been declined at the caterer an hour ago. Investors were watching. I needed cash right now to cover the deposit. You sold my Honda? I whispered. His eyes lifted, cold. It's titled in my name, remember? Your credit was trash. I did you a favor. Legally, it's mine. I liquidated it. I barely had enough for the champagne. Next time, buy a better car if you want it to matter, he smirked. I looked at his wife, Camille, giggling on the sofa. This wasn't a family. It was a dictatorship. And it was about to fall. It was 2 a.m. Los Angeles baked under a historic heatwave. Inside the penthouse, the air conditioning blasted like a glacier. My bedroom door slammed open. Marcel stood there, holding a black garbage bag. Get up, he said, manic. Camille needs this room for a closet reveal. Your junk is ruining the aesthetic. I stared at the bag. My lifestyle player was shoveled into a plastic sack like yard waste. Where am I supposed to go? I asked. Go live in the warehouse. At least there, you'll be with your own kind trash. He left. The door clicked shut. I sat there for 10 seconds. A younger me would have cried. That version evaporated the moment he pawned my keys for champagne. I put on my jeans and boots. Picked up the bag. Light. Less than 20 pounds. My value in this house weighed less than that. I walked past Camille's complaints about lighting, past the kitchen where my car money had been turned into bottles, and into the heat of the night. 3 miles to the bus terminal, past closed boutiques and homeless encampments. Step by step, I stopped thinking like a sister. I stopped thinking like a victim. I shifted into logistics mode: audit, analyze, secure assets, prepare for a hostile takeover. Marcel thought he'd thrown me away. He didn't realize he'd just released me from the only thing holding me back. The warehouse loomed a rotting brick tooth in a mouthful of concrete. I unlocked the padlock. Inside, heat and dust clung like a suffocating blanket. I sat on my bag. For the first time in 10 years, I stopped moving. I am Alexis, 29. For a decade, I was the silent partner in Marcel's ego. He took the lead. Deeds, accounts, bills all in his name. He kept me dependent, broke, and small. But tonight, sitting on the concrete floor, I realized something. He sold my car because he believed he had the right. He didn't see me as a sister. He saw me as an employee. And he had never come here. He didn't know what he'd just handed me. 7 days later, the temperature hit 104 degrees. I sat auditing my remaining cash when the side door banged open. Marcel stormed in, linen suit stained with sweat. He tossed the red envelope at my chest. Pay it, he snapped. I looked. Final disconnection notice. Los Angeles Department of Water and Power. $4,500. You haven't transferred the utilities, he said. The meter gets ripped out today. I haven't used any power, I said calmly. Charging my phone with solar. No lights on. He didn't care. He thought the bill was my problem. Then I saw it. The usage graph. Flatline consumption, constant 24/7. Something in the building was drawing insane power. Not lights, not machines. Life support. I followed the conduit to a false wall behind rotting plywood. Crowbar in hand, I tore through drywall. Cold, conditioned air hit me, humming machines behind it. I was looking at a climate-controlled vault. Inside, 12 cars, preserved in vacuum capsules. Bullet Mustang, 1961 Ferrari 250 GT California Spider Hollywood history. I couldn't believe it. Marcel thought he had thrown me into the trash. He had given me the holy grail of vintage cars. I called Graham, a freight specialist. He arrived in 40 minutes, skeptical. I led him to the false wall. Zone 4. He stepped through, eyes wide. The dent, it's real. He checked the Ferrari. Ferris Bueller's Day Off destroyed? Not here. Conservative liquidation, $14 million. Auction story, $18 million. Marcel, too arrogant to check, had signed over ownership in a panic to get the warehouse emptied. By morning, the cars were gone. Marcel had no idea the vault existed. The land sold for $600,000, a fraction of its real value. I showed him the emails from Sotheby's. The Mustang and Ferrari were insured for $15 million. Contract binding. He lost everything: money, marriage, reputation, lawsuits. I kept the cars. Bought a logistics firm. Reclaimed my parents' old home. Marcel chased status. I reclaimed power. The empire he tried to trap me in crumbled. I wasn't the victim anymore. I was the one running the show.